Hey everyone, CrazyTrain here.
With Emma No
No
Fear.
Fear from That's So Awkward channel. And we're doing a recap of
StreamCon New York City.
Yes. And we went there because we got invited for a special event for
Election Woman and Denigo, because I'm on their email list.
Yeah, so it was fun. And while we're waiting in line, they interviewed us about why we like Grace and Hannah and whatnot. And then they brought us in and...
I saw Grace's mom in the front row. And then I saw Drew, and then he ended up introducing Hannah and Grace, who came out briefly to say that we were going to be seeing the first 2 episodes of Election Woman and Denigo.
Yes, and the one thing they encouraged us to do when they sent out the email about...
was to cosplay, so... I dressed up as Hannah Hart. I wore her carrot onesie.
Yes.
And he dressed up as Grace
Helbig.
She wore a shirt just like this in her Father's Day video, a gift idea thing. And a lot of people knew exactly as soon as
I understand it was exactly like this and she can't find it now.
No, that's not true. Ignore it.
And I had on a bomber jacket like she wears. I actually had a wig.
Yeah.
So... it was fun, and they showed us the first 2 episodes.
Instagram.
Yes, look on her Instagram. They showed the first 2 episodes of Electra Woman and Dinah Girl, and it was bloody fun.
You'll understand it if you see the first 2 episodes.
Yes, it's cute. And they gave us some freebies, some nice posters.
This poster. I got it signed, and I'll explain by who in a little bit.
Yeah, and they also had it a photo op. And we got to be superheroes in the photo.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yes, Grace. You can see. And when we were going out, I met Grace's sister, Teresa.
That's her mother, not her sister?
I thought it was her little sister.
Little sister?
And she's like, oh, I remember you guys.
Yeah, because we went to the graduation, and I had also met her at Grace's book signing. Well, a little bit more than a year ago. I was going to say exactly the other year.
Yeah, and she, was... happy to see us, and she loved my costume and said, I gotta take a picture with you to show Grace later.
So we took a picture with her, and then we also talked to her about our channels, so maybe she's watching this right now. Shout out to Mama Helbig.
Yes. And that would be fun if she was. We told her a little about it. She's like, what do you do? We told her all about the Grace song, Happy Birthday song, and on Emma's channel she did a special video collage for Grace's birthday. She's like, well, what else do you do?
Like, whatever we want. It's completely random.
And I told her about my CrazyTrain rant stuff.
Yeah.
So she seemed interested in that. Then we had to get back in because...
Chester C was having a panel in the same room, which was making music on YouTube. They
also had Timothy De La Ghetto and Taryn Southern.
And they discussed, like... free music versus music you have to pay for, and collaborations and other stuff like that.
And they did some freeform rapping, like Emma likes to do sometimes. They do some beatboxing.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it now.
Yeah, I'm only practicing a little. I'm not ready to do a full video on beatboxing, but keep watching, and there'll be some up there soon. And some raps. I did a spoken word video, but that's it. All right, get back on track. And then we had to race over to the Vimeo Theater.
Oh, but who did we talk to before we went there? We talked to Chester, and he seemed excited to see us, and we talked to him a little bit. He signed my poster, which is one of the signatures on here.
We took pictures with Chester and Taryn, and she signed my Rectus journal.
Poster. I keep getting myself in the face with my poster.
Taryn signed it. Other people signed it. Oh my God. We're back. And then we headed to the Vimeo Theater.
This is more dysfunctional than Chris Clemens' channel.
I know. So that's why we have to leave it this way. And there's no redoing. And while we were waiting in line, Emma got to get a massage.
I got a massage, a 10-minute massage. It was amazing.
It was amazing. I got us seats. Then we headed in. And then
then he went to the bathroom, and I went to go charge my stuff. And I saw
Thanks for sharing the fact that I had to go to the bathroom with the entire YouTube universe.
Well, that's a
Yes,
natural human
okay.
thing to have to do.
Yes.
So I went to go charge my stuff, and I saw Chester and Grace's mom, like, in this one area. So I was like, ooh, I might go say hi to them after I start charging my stuff. And then when I went over there, I saw Hannah Whitten, who has a YouTube channel, and I watch her stuff.
Yes.
Some of her stuff is also on Astronaut
She does-
Splendid.
Drunk Advice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She does other videos too. So I talked to her, took a picture with her, and then, like, as I'm there, I see Mitchell Davis, who's one of the OG on YouTube, walk over to us because he's supposed to go hang out with, like, the other YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, hey, Mitchell, and he, like, says, hey, and I take a picture with him, and I talk to him about Oscar's Hotel. And then my dad walks in, because what happened in the bathroom?
Well, I was in the bathroom. I was fixing my wig, and this guy about my age, maybe a little older, he looks at me, and we both, like, cracking up. And I said, oh, the things we do for our kids. He looked at my shirt. He goes, well, you're not Grace Helbig's father. You couldn't be. I said, no, I'm not. I said, I dressed as this for my daughter. He goes, oh, that's neat. I want to get a picture. I said, well, you have to get a picture of my daughter with me. She's dressed as Hannah Hart. Mm-hmm. He goes, oh, I know Hannah Hart personally. I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, come with me. And we went into the theater, and he took pictures of us, and we took pictures with him and everything. Mm-hmm. And he said,
my name is Mike Green. And I'm like, I'm Hank and John's father. And I was like,
yeah, he was really nice.
crap.
And then we were just chatting some more.
And then Mitchell Davis walks over to my dad and says, oh, can I get a picture with you? And he's like, oh, sure. And I'm like, Dad, do you just realize who you took a picture with? That's Mitchell Davis. And he's like, oh, I should go up get a picture with my camera. So he goes over and walks over to him and takes a picture with them.
I had to go get my phone first, I think, because it was back at my chair.
And then Mike Green comes back over and says, oh, Hannah replies saying that your costumes are really cool.
And he showed us the text
He actually
from
showed
Hannah.
us on his phone her text. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, cool, that's really cool.
And also, Jack Ferry was there. He's
So we went to talk to him
producer.
and said, oh, we watched Not Too Deep. He's also
Yeah.
the producer of Oscar's Hotel, which I briefly talked about with Mitchell Davis and ended up buying the same night as the event.
And then they started the show.
Mm-hmm.
It might get weird, y'all.
This might get weird, y'all.
Yes. And this kid from the audience, this 12-year-old kid named Eli, he pretty much stole the show.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
The ants were hilarious. The whole show was great.
The show was based on, like, how to, like, survive Halloween, and the acronym they used was Be a Bitch. And then they had a song.
A bitch.
Yeah, they even had a song. Which
I'll get the
like
song
humming.
up on my channel soon. I have a clip
some
from
clips
it.
from it too
Yeah.
on my camera, and I'll put it on
Yes.
my channel.
So the show was a success. The whole StreamCon event was a success. We saw Chester again after it, and
then
Mitchell
he
and
told him
everyone.
to sign this.
Yes, and he
It
wrote.
says Chester, aka Dad. So
Dad.
we're gonna get Grace to sign it too.
Yes, because Chester is Goose's dad.
Yeah.
And
So then afterwards, Chester wanted to go to the bathroom and he didn't know where it was, so he
yes,
took him there.
another
and
bathroom
said-
story.
So we waited for him, and he was like, oh, just wait here, I'll be a minute. So then he's like, oh, I think there's a party at the YouTube space. And he, like, seemed like he wanted to take us there. I'm like,
We said we should go.
And I'm like, well, I don't know how long it's until, and I kind of had to go eat with Grace. And he seemed like he really wanted to help us. But I'm like, no, go eat with Grace and her family, and we'll see you another time. And he just, like, feel, like, really guilty. I feel like, and he's like, oh, so you guys are coming tomorrow, right? And we're like, no,
we can't.
So that I feel like we made him kind of sad, and I guess we made him so sad that it made Grace sad too, and then she couldn't even do her Not Too Deep live episode the next day because Grace
I
didn't
don't think
do her.
that's why.
But why did Grace not?
I don't know,
it? It
but
made
let's
me
just
sad.
hope everything's okay.
I know, right?
They probably missed Goose.
They miss Goose.
Goose. So that was basically our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And we took it under 10 minutes, but we tried to shoot for about 4. So we're going to sign off now.
This is for your channel. So.
For both?
No, this is for your channel.
You do your
this
sign
is
up
for
anyway.
your channel.
CrazyTrain signing off. Namaste.